And it says if we turn it to the left and open it, oh, look at that gold, woohoo!
Welcome to AdventureFun.
Okay guys, we got the new Treasure X King's Gold Tomb, Season 3. And it looks so awesome. I mean, look at the box. I just look at the box. I wouldn't look at anything else. We're good. Video completed. Now, on the back of the box, it has all the levels that you need to complete. First and foremost, you want to beware of traps. And if you can escape the traps, then you'll move on to discover the golden mini beast inside, from which you will find the golden sword that you will then use to release the king from his tomb. And then from there, you will crack open the vault to find guaranteed real gold dipped treasure. Yeah, let the games begin. But what we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and go through an unboxing here and see what's inside. So I will go with the butter knife because it looks like it's got tape here. And I will just cut through that tape first. They're up here, up at the top. You see the tapes right there as well. And I'll just take the butter knife and make an incision there. Oh, more tape here. And you have tape here. Oh, more tape up here. And more tape here. So you have tapes here, 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 and here. So once you cut the tape at the bottom and the top of the top box, and also on the front side of the box, all at the top here, then you'll be able to go ahead, and let me turn it around, and you'll be able to get your fingers in there and start pulling. See how the tab just pops off? Cool. Pops off, and there goes the face. And let's go ahead and take this out. Ooh, cool. Anything else in there? Oh, don't forget instructions. Sweet. And nothing more that I can see. No. It does come with an extra holding box to keep it in place so it doesn't flood, you know, the contents in here doesn't slide all over the place. So we'll put that over there. We'll keep the instructions to the side, and actually, let's unfold it. Ooh, that's a huge map here of instructions. Oh, look at that. You got the front and the back, and it goes through, I know that was fast, 30 steps. Okay, we'll go through them one by one here to get this thing open. First thing, oh, we got our digger tool. This is called the X tool. So you can see it right there. I can't tell. Okay, so the X tool, and we're just gonna kind of pop it out of there. So on the X tool, you got a saw side, you got a poker, and you have a shovel. The shovel's to dig the blue rock out of what's inside here. We'll find some blue rock here as we search for our king. And then you got the saw to saw through the tomb, and also the poker to get through it. But before we do that, step number 2 says that you want to use the X tool to break through the glasses, but look out for the trap. There's a trap here. He's got shades on. That's not cool, man. We got to get into this tomb. We got to crack it open, so we got to get rid of the shades. So we can take our poker, start either poking at the shades here, or we can start, it shows in the picture, you can start digging. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I got snacked. There's a little scorpion right here. You got me. I'm going down for the count. Somebody else take the video. Okay. No, we got to get his shades off. Look at that. Oh, his shades are coming off. Hey, totally, man. You know, like, what's up? I'm a treasure hunter. Toons. So, man, that came off. That was awesome. That's so cool. Others, in the other video we did, they were gouging and digging at it. So now with the shades off, ooh, he's got red eyes. You know, red eye from taking pictures. But guess what? The next step we have to do is to eye gouge the skull if you dare to unlock the tomb. Well, I already got snacked. Let's put him to the side. And gouge his eyes out. We have to do the poker here. So if somebody ever pokes you like that, put up your hand like this and they can't get your eyes, right? So he can't do that, but we're gonna go ahead and take our 2 fingers and we're gonna poke his eyes and push. And when we push, then we wanna lift with our 2, oh, look at that. Lift, keep lifting. And actually it's got some gears here, so when you start lifting, it's not gonna slam down and hit you. So you can keep going and keep pulling. And you can see the gears are over here on the side here, on both sides. So they catch themselves, so when you start opening it doesn't automatically flip down. But if you push it down, it'll slide and it'll catch those gears. So, oh, and it stopped. Oh, look at his face. Okay, there we go. Now his face swings up. That looks awesome. Take a look at this. I mean, look how cool this is. Look, he's got a seat. He's got a throne. Sweet. And he's got a bunch of other stuff going on here, so let's take it to the next step here. It says, step number 5, we want to remove the tombs to start your dig. So we got 2 tombs here, 1, 2. Which one should we do? Put it in the comments below if you guess I'm going to do it the left or the right. No, right, tricked you. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Ooh, that was easy. And so what you want to do is you want to open up the tomb here. It's wrapped in plastic, so I like to use the fork. May the fork be with you. And so I like to find a little bit of space there to pop the plastic and to gouge it in. I move this out of the way here. And then once I pop it, then I can just start peeling back the plastic. And it makes it easy. Squeezy, there's the plastic. And then there's the tomb. So how do you open the tomb? Well, at the bottom, you see that little notch there? That little, it's like a little handle. Go ahead and grab with your fingers and pull, and oh, sweet, look at the blue rock. We dealt with that in season 3 a lot, with the mini beast, the hunters, and the beast. And so we've got the blue rock, which is cool, and you can dig it out with the shovel here. So what we're gonna find here when we dig out the blue rock, we're looking for the beast who's guarding a key inside here that's gonna help unlock other doors to get us the treasure that we're looking for. And before we actually unwrap the beast with the key, let's take a look at the blue rock again. Ooh, that's so fun. Oh, it's like Spider-Man again, web-like, Rice Krispie treats kind of a thing. Any case, guys, look at that. So this stuff does stain. You wanna wash your fingers, because you can see it's all over my fingers here. Little stain marks. And when you're dealing with the blue rock here, I've come to find out that when you start opening up your beasts and you get blue rock smudges on them, I like to use some lemon oil. And when you take a little lemon oil and you put it on your fingers here, and on the beast, or even inside the sarcophagus here, the little box here, take a little bit of that and rub, and look at that. It disappears like magic. Only $69.95, order now. No, just any lemon oil, and it just comes right off. It's so cool, okay? So make sure that when you're done playing with the blue rock, wash your hands and don't eat anything until you wash your hands after you're done playing with it, but it is pretty cool. Awesome. And we'll open the beast that's guarding the key in the tomb. I forgot to say that this is made out of plastic here, but it looks like cloth wrappings. That's what they used to do back in the old days to wrap the beast, you know, the mummies here. But you can see it's plastic. And you'll see up at the top that there's a little notch you can tear, as I already did. And you put your fingers above and below it, tear it. It's the easiest way to open up the plastic here. We'll try it again in just a minute. I got excited getting the beast. Oh, look at this guy. He's so cool. How you doing, Ruffy? Oh, so good. Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh, it's a little Fido. Fun. Oh, and don't forget, you're looking for the key. So we found our first beast that's guarding the key that unlocks the treasure, which we'll cover in just a minute. And then we've got the other beast here that we want to grab that too. And he's got the other key to unlock another door. So we got one key, one beast. We're gonna find the other key and the other beast here. Now, let's look over here and take a look. You see these 2 doors here? These look like wooden planks. Well, we gotta open them up to get the king's treasure that's inside, or to be able to get more artifacts to access the king's treasure. And to do that, you see these little keyholes here? Right there. So we got one key that will unlock this door here. Now we need to open this one to get the other key to unlock that door. So again, my trusty fork. Let's poke a hole in the wrap around here. And there we go. Okay, so you need to, again, pull the little handle there to unlock the little box. And let's get our paper plate, and then use the shovel or the fork, it's your flavor, and dig it out. And then we got our other beast who's guarding the other key. And then once you put that to the side, we got our beast here. He belongs over here, and we got our other beast guarding it. And so again, looks like cloth, right? It's plastic. And I don't know if you can see that, but you got a little notch right here on either side of the top end of the plastic. If you pinch below it and above it, and then just pull a little fast, you'll be able to tear off the plastic. And then we just dump out. Now be careful, because you want to get the key as well. Oh man, this guy's got to be put together. He's a mess. So here's the other key. Sweet. And then this beast here, we got to put him together. So he's got his head, wings, knees, and toes. So there's only one way the wings go, so they don't turn around because they have a flat side to the little notch right there. There's a little flat side. So it slides into the flat side in the hole here. So if you feel like he's going to be turned the other way and you can't fit him in, then go ahead and turn it the other way so the wings are going back, the bones there. And then we'll put his, So we got his little locket here. That goes around his neck. So we'll put that on. And then we'll put his head on. Okay, cool. So now we got our two beasts guarding the treasures below, but we got them out and they're not guarding it too well because I was able to get the keys, and you know, I'm stronger here because I can just flick him and he's done. So we'll put them back up here. They look really awesome. Gold little mini beasts here. So now that we have them, you can see right here, we've got these little doors here, and these keys are going to unlock the doors to show us some treasure. What kind of treasure? Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and take the first key. Now, do you have to turn them both at the same time? That would be like Mission Impossible. I'm not going to do that. We'll just go ahead and push. Oh, I pushed it in, and look, look, inside we've got some bugs, some vermin. So you got to be careful to get that treasure. You got to move past very carefully. Maybe get some tweezers. Or just, hey, it's safer to use the shovel here and to scoop out the treasure so you don't get bitten. Oh, got it! Yay! And I get bitten, then I'll just scoop out the bugs. Yeah, these things are very buggy. So now we have 3 different types of bugs. So we have the beetle, the snake, and the scorpion. Awesome. And then we got something here. I'm not sure what it is just quite yet. We'll find out more when we open up here. It's kind of revealing itself as we go along. So let's push the key in, and it opens up, and oh, look at that. Look at this sword. That's an awesome sword. Now, if I had that, no beast would dare come after me. So, we got the sword, but what does the sword do? Insert the king's sword into the X stone. No, right
like
there.
Sword in the stone.
Now, if you stick it in the stone, just so you know, nothing's going to happen, at least not when I do it. And the reason why is because you see this little rubber band that's around the tomb? See that? How he pulled that off? It was right around it. You got to pull that off because when you take the sword and you stick it in the stone here, it's going to unlock the tomb. You ready? Oh, yes! See how that just snapped? That is so cool, guys. I mean, awesome. Look how it just, like a trap, but snapping outside and showing us the contents of the inside. And there's no bugs or vermin in here, but we do have a coffin, sarcophagus, another box. So hey, you could go ahead and put your little guys inside. Somebody takes the mini beast and then close it up on them. Have some fun, and then just keep doing this over and over and over again, and just get that clicky sound, and even hide your treats in here from your parents, but don't tell them I said that. Don't point into this video. You know, put your treats in here. They'll never know. How could they figure out how to open this up? For all they know, it's like, hey, you know, it's a nice little box, but you know the secret now. So now that we got our tomb, let's go ahead and get the fork. May the fork be with you. Let's go ahead and find a little bit of a space between the plastic and the box, and then just use the fork to quickly tear it open. And then just twist with my fingers here. Okay. And there's our tomb, the king. You can see the king right there, and his little crest or shield. And we've got a top, and we have a bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the bottom and grab the top, twist and pull, and pop goes the weasel. And look, you got your wooden planks. X marks the spot. That's where the king's buried. So you got to dig them out so we can have a king to rule in his seat right here on the throne. Sweet. So to do that, we can just go ahead and use our poker. Oh, let's get the plate. This blue rock does get messy. It's whatever you want. You can use a saw through wooden planks. That requires a lot of pressure, gets a little bit tough. Or you can use the poker here and just poke until you get enough that you can kind of start digging. And then I use my fingers. I mean, after that, I got enough. I get to start tearing it with my fingers. But you know what? At this point, the fork for me is a lot better because then I can really dig in. You can use the shovel, but I'm going to use the fork. Okay, it's some sort of vinyl here, and you just pull that off. And then after you got more blue rock, go ahead and use the shovel, dig to get our king out. Cool, all right. I'm excited. I hope this king is super cool looking. Only one way to find out, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you think he's gonna be super cool looking, or just say super cool. And then again, you got your wrappings around it. So you want to find that little notch there, grab above the notch and below that little notch, that little tear, and then pull back really fast and you can, oh, look at that. We got a shield. So that's in the King's Tomb. So that's the first thing. And then we have our king. He looks like Sir Eats-a-Lot. Oh, I eat lots of things. Okay, so Sir Eats-a-Lot, so cool. Here we go. We just got to get him some food. I mean, he's been buried for how many years? I don't know. He's probably starved to the bone. Anyways. Okay, guys. So the next thing it wants us to do is take the crystal crest and to put it into the king's shield. Now, on the king's shield up at the top, you've got this little notch here, this little tooth-like thing. And on the crest, you've got this little hole. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little hole right there. You want to make sure that hole lines up with the top part of the tooth so you can actually put the crystal crest inside so you can push it in, and there you go. If not, you can try all day, you're just not going to get it in there. So sweet, we now have a shield up and the crystal inside, the crystal crest. Next, we want to hold the shield from the handle and insert it into the X on the vault door. Oh, we got more goodies here. Of course, this is the most important part because what's usually in a vault? Gold. Give me the gold. So we're going to go ahead and take off this plastic part here. And it's got a little rubber band around it. I don't know if you can see it, but you can hear it. Snap. So as we take the tomb out here, you'll notice that, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rubber band, so you can like pull that off. And it's nice to keep the rubber band. If you want, you can put the rubber band back around it. And I find that when I slide it back in with the rubber band around it, because of the rubber band's rubberiness, it kind of keeps this from sliding out. And that's good because when I push it back down, it wants to slide down and fall out, and so I don't want it to do that. So it's nice to keep that rubber band, and if you accidentally broke the rubber band, that's okay. Just find a little rubber band, something about, yay big, that you can then wrap around this so you can slide it back in so it stays in place, and when you pull it down, it doesn't slide out, because that wouldn't be fun. So, I don't know, if you want to get scissors or just keep pulling, and just have like the strength of 10 kings, it's not coming off easy. I'm going to have to use my little butter knife and just kind of saw through it. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now we got that little transparent rubber band. It's gone. Then we can go ahead and pull off the plastic. And then we can take our shield that now is crystallized. We got the crystal crest. And it wants us to put it inside here. And if we turn the shield to the right, it says you'll find a trap. You want to find the trap first? I'd rather go for the gold, but let's turn it to the right. And then open it up. Oh, we got a booby trap. Ah, spider. Oh, look at that. Right in the middle is a spider. Maybe I'll just give him a little tickle, tickle, tickle. Ooh, he'll bite. So let's pull him out. That's cool. I mean, we got enough vermin in here to start our own vermin farm. I mean, look at that. Oh, we got a spider, we have a beetle, we have a snake, and we have a scorpion. Treasure X certainly didn't skip on the varmints here, the vermin. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me get the shield back in there. Now we turned it to the right, which is that way, and it gave us the vermin. It says if we turn it to the left and open it, oh, look at that gold, woohoo! Whoa, look at that, guys. Hey, look at that plastic. I mean, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at one of those little gold coins. And the value of it is you can watch as many of our AdventureFun videos as you want. Heck, we'll even do it for free. So, but what's really cool, you gotta take a look at this. Look at that. Let me pull off the plastic part here, because we got, oh, look at that crown. Sweet, guys. Look at that. That's real dip gold treasure. Oh, that's so, it feels like gold too. Smells like gold. I'm not gonna lick it to taste if it's gold. It's gold. I mean, just take a look at that. That is so cool. Let me see. It looks like some sort of snake. That's a cool crown for a king. Should we try it? Let's go ahead and put it on his head. I now pronounce you King Eats-a-Lot, or soon to be Eats-a-Lot. Let's take a look at him. Oh, wait, maybe we gotta put him up here. sit him in his rightful seat. But you know what? We still have more treasure, so before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look inside here. Let's pull out the gold coins. We got quite a few of those. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just kind of falling all over the place. And you know what? I'm gonna pull this out. Look at that. And you got a hole. Look at that. Woo! See? Woo! So we got a hole here. And then the back side was the hump of the vault. And you didn't know, X marks the spot, that actually if you just pounded through, you would have got right through. You wouldn't have to, you know, gouge out the eye glasses here to open it up this way. But hey, this is funner. So we can take a look inside, and you can see right there what kind of tools do we have, weapons. And it looks like for our treasures here, we got an eagle, a battle axe, and a dagger. So let's go ahead and pull those out. And there you go. There's the dagger. Which, by the way, if you're trying to get inside the vault, you don't have your sword because your little brother took your sword. He's off fighting bad dudes outside. Well, you can grab a key. It's small enough that if you go ahead and you push it down inside the hole, it'll open it up. Oh, there's where all the gold went. It all slid down here into the tomb. So, yay, gold coins. Lots of them. Okay, so we got to get a shield now. You can take the shield and turn it that way to lock the larger door, and then for the inner door, turn it again, and there you go. I mean, that's pretty cool. How's anybody gonna get inside of that? Well, if they take their fingers and they start twisting that way or this way, well, it's just funner to do it with the shield here. Okay, so that can go back here, right? So that fits snugly there. But we want to be able to, we got our king crowned, and we'll go ahead and arm him with his shield. And his fingers got to get wrapped around it. He's got to have a sword. Okay, what do you think? He looks like a king ready for battle. That's what I do when I go into battle. First, I have to have this heavy thing on my head going, hold on just a second. Don't scratch the gold. You want to take that off. I mean, that's kind of hard to go into battle with your crown, but unless the gold has superpowers, you can like beam him, laser him with that gold. I mean, that'd be sweet, right? See, like this, he's in battle, he's fighting, he uses his gold for your laser beam. But you can see inside this little lever right here, you can pull that and it'll dump them. But you can see it's already tilting here, and the reason why is because it's got one of those rubber bands around it, those little invisible rubber bands. Kind of hard, I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, so we gotta get that off, and it's right, see that? Okay. And I don't want to break it, so maybe just a butter knife, just some gentle sawing there. And there we go. Okay, there's the other little rubber band, invisible band. Okay, now it flattens out. You see that? It's flattened out. So if one of our beasts is not guarding here, but up here, or some other villain that's trying to get into the castle, but he shouldn't be up here. He's supposed to be down there guarding. Then you can have the king come up here and pull the lever. He falls down to his doom. And let's say one of the mini beasts from season 3, Cimarron, watch our other Adventure Fun video on the reveal of Cimarron. Let's say he's trying to climb up here. The other thing you could probably do is just open this up and put all the vermin in here to snack him. So when he starts climbing up the ladder, you can simply push the ladder over. He falls right in, and he falls right into all these vermin that are snacking him. Now, as far as these other doors, I guess you could use them as trap doors here, but not for the hunters. They're too heavy. But, you know, for pest control, you can go ahead and stick in the key and send the dude flying. There he goes. Oh, mission accomplished. No bugs. Another real cool thing about the sword and the stone, besides when you hit it once and it released the kings from the box, the tomb there, that when you push it, remember, the left side of the box splits over and it hits these pointy spikes. Ouch! And also the right side as well. So if anybody's trying to sneak up to get your treasure, like let's say this dude right here, Golden Star, oh, I will get your stuff. So let's put him down here. And as you start sneaking up, all we have to do is go ahead and push the sword in the stone, and oh man, that one really hurt. So he's not gonna get out unless you pull these together, and then he's able to escape. Ah, it's cursed, the tomb is cursed. In any case, we got the sword, and when you put it in the stone and you push, it opens up the tomb. Well, you also have the drop bridge here, so lift it up and then close it. When you close it, it sits right here. So where's Cimarron? He's coming back. He hasn't learned his lesson yet. Cimarron's just so voracious for the king's gold. So he's coming up here. He's like, I'm coming to get you, king. I'm coming to get you. He's like, he's down here. He's like, no, you'll never get to my gold. He'll just put down the sword. And when he puts it down, this drawbridge is gonna drop. Push. And he drops right into the tomb. He's like, haha, I got you now. And he closes up and he sealed his fate, at least for a few days. And that was pretty awesome, guys. You got so many fun things to play in. And if you look up here, they have like a little indentation, a little like a marking of the king here holding his sword. Don't forget, with all our weapons here, we can take our weapons when we're done and we can put them in over here. This is so cool. So that's cool, you can hang your weapons there. That's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and close this up. Be sure to put treats in here and snacks. Put in the comments below what kind of treats or snacks you're gonna be putting in here. I like to know. Can't put a donut in there unless you cut up really small, but then it kind of gets stale after a while. I'm thinking it's gummy worms. Remember, they're the food of mini beasts. Okay guys, this is a pretty sweet find. I like the treasure tomb by Treasure X here. It's pretty cool. You can have hours of fun invading. And put in the comments down below, who do you think could actually take this? Would it be Exis? I mean, he's a pretty powerful bad dude. So guys, if you want to go ahead and put this away, you're done playing with it, that's a good thing. You want to make sure that it will close. So all the gold, now you got to be careful with the gold because you see these little holes down here, guys? You see those holes down there? Your gold could get lost in there. So when you close this up, you don't want things falling in there. Because if you get a coin stuck in there, and you put the sword down there, it won't snap open the box, and so that could be very annoying. So I think that it would be good to put all your gold away. So when you clean up your castle for the night, because the king's got to go to bed, that is if you're not leaving it open so you can play with them at night, you know, when mom and dad are asleep. You just got to be careful and not go, rah, rah, because that will wake your parents up. Let's go ahead and put him in his resting place. Kind of like Dracula or vampire, blah, blah, blah. I got to go in before the sun comes up. And close him up. There we go. And when you start shutting it, remember these little notches on the side, so you can let it go so far and then it stops. And then you can just start pushing it down. And it's gonna sound like you're breaking it, but no, it's just the gears there as you're pushing it down. And then make sure you pull up his head, because his head normally doesn't go down like that. There we go. And then look, you got your the back here of the tombstone. So it's not quite aligned in there. So let's try this again. So make sure you got that pushed all snug back in there. And then maybe with your left hand, you're behind the tomb, kind of holding it as you drop it down. And then just give it a good push. And look, cool. Now that looks like it's right in place, doesn't it?
Please click on one of these videos for more events of fun.